In planning our environmental policy, we've taken a holistic view, and we're trying to develop an ethical company, looking at all aspects of ethics, as well as just the environmental side of things. So it falls into everything that we do, really. We've tried to educate staff and customers about travelling more sustainably, about buying more sustainably. We have an ethical procurement plan, which means rather than just looking at the cost of something when you buy it, you also look at its efficiency, how long it's going to last, where it's come from, all that kind of thing. We will give our staff extra holidays if they travel overland rather than by aeroplane, if that takes extra time. So various measures to encourage people to think about what they're doing and kind of make environmental choices. There's things like ethical banking. We've moved most of our banking over to the co-op rather than using some of the more commercial banks, because of the effect that that has on everything. Finance and investment. Who you buy your insurance from, all of these things have an effect on, a small effect on the rest of the world, and we haven't limited it to physical things we can do in the building. It's an entire ethos that covers everything that we do. It's quite hard to tell whether people have changed their transport habits as a result of coming here. We already had a high proportion of people cycling, and part of the key to that is providing good, secure bike park facilities, which we have a secure bike park here that will take up to 100 bikes, and it will get full most days. By contrast, according to our planning consent, the council require us to have space for 6 bicycles, and we regularly have over 100. We get some very positive feedback from customers, as well as the occasional bit of negative feedback when we're trying to promote more ethical food and more ethical products. A lot of people absolutely love it, and they do tell us that it's made them think about things that they wouldn't have thought about otherwise. We try and put signs and labels up explaining why we're doing what we're doing, both so people can see why it is that we're doing things differently to what they're used to, but also it's a bit of education as well if they're interested.
I'm the castle's medicinal horticulturalist, which is quite an unusual position. I worked a lot with herbalists, medical herbalists at festivals, and also in Cambridge and London with their practices promoting herbal medicine, really. And I started to study medicinal horticulture at Greenwich, really to find out how you can grow medicines in a sustainable way, and have herbs as a resource, a medicinal resource for use by the herbalists, really. I was taught to grow crops for essential oils or tincture making or herbal teas. And I did my placement here at the castle, and that was one of the things that became evident, was that if you're trying to replace things that you're buying in for the cafe, then teas are one of those commodities that are transported in from all around the world. So also one of the easiest things that we could grow on site. So we started off with a mint bed and a chamomile bed, and it's progressed from there, really, heading towards a range of 10 teas, but it takes a while to set these things up.
Okay, so this is our medicinal herb bed. It's a real mix, abundant mix of medicinal herbs, but also ones that we're using in the cafe for teas. So our lemon balm plants, there's about 10 lemon balm plants scattered amongst the bergamot and the echinacea. I've got a big bed of mint down the row there. We're doing lavender, calendula, rose. So this front area really is for putting teas into the cafe, but also to have quite a a dynamic mix of medicinal herbs in the garden. We've got St John's wort here, again for the lip balms, and yarrow, which is used in the teas. We've got things like plantain in the garden here, nettle, we've got a calendula bed over here, and we put those into infused oils, and we make balms for the climbers. And they use a lot of chalk when they're climbing, so it's the beeswax from the garden as well goes into that to help with dry skin. If you're using chalk and you're climbing a lot, it cracks your skin up. So it's one of the things they were importing from America is a skin balm called Klingon or Climon. So we've put our own castle grown balms in the castle shop there instead. Okay, so this is our drying room, which is a darkened room under the stairs, nice and airy with the planks with a good air pocket for the wind comes round and comes under the stairs here. These are the trays that we layer the herbs into each tray, and last time we harvested the mint we had 1 kilo of mint, so we had about 16 trays, each one with a thin layer of mint, and then we take them into the stairs here, so it gives us these stone shelves, nice and cool. The roof here is black metal, which gives us a nice dry air, so as it comes through the baskets are all lifted off the steps, and you just have a total airflow of warmed air through the herbs. So it takes about 7 days to dry a whole crop.
Okay, we've had beehives here for a couple of years now. The two here at the end are the more conventional British Beekeeping Society type national hives, I think they call them. This is what most people are used to seeing.
Yeah.
You put in extra boxes as the bees make more honey, and then you can take a box out once it's full. We have a beekeeper who comes here and looks after the bees. We don't have any experts on site. What he does is he always leaves enough honey for the bees over winter, so we only take the excess. Some beekeepers take all the honey and just feed the bees on sugar during the winter, but that's not considered to be very bee friendly, and our beekeeper avoids that. We're trying to develop an ethical company, looking at all aspects of ethics. All of these things have a small effect on the rest of the world, and we haven't limited it to physical things we can do in the building. It's an entire ethos that covers everything that we do.